Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you for clicking. This is episode 7 on a 4-bedroom house that we're putting up for Madam Angie. Alright, so let's get into the video. Again, in your view is build and secure. Build and secure is basically referring to security features that you would need in your building or perhaps your dream home. Burglary proof and Turkish doors are not security proof enough to give us details as to who tries to break into the house. So take your time, go through the flyers and contact Mr. Seth Ampedu for your CCTV, electric fencing, intruder alarm, GPS car tracker, video intercom, and all of that. Okay, and Mr. Ampedu will be of great service to you. In your view is a beautiful 4-bedroom house, and this is what we call a 3D. It was designed by the firm of Mr. Frank Hammond. Mr. Frank Hammond himself is an electrical engineer. He's well versed in electrical, American 110 220 system, air condition, split air condition, ducting air condition, cassette recess. Okay, if you need a solar installation, solar panel installation, he's well versed in that as well. So the 3D looks beautiful. It actually depicts the outcome of the building when it is completed, and therefore you will require a proper and a professional 3D from your architects. Architects have a way of ensuring that some 3Ds do not conform exactly to what is in the structural and in architectural. So when you get a professional architect, that you will know that the 3D conforms to that of the architectural and the structural drawing. It is very, very important. Are you with me? There are some projections they do which are not realistic, and therefore when you find yourself with a professional architect, everything is feasible. All right, so that is what we have for Madam Angie. Okay, so beautiful. The color selection is on point, and we will ensure that everything is all right for Madam Angie. So in your view is the estimate that I prepared for her, and apparently she's paid me for the phase 1 and phase 2, which is the foundation and the superstructure, which is what I'm working on currently, and hoping that by the time we are done, phase 3 and 4 will follow suit. All right, so I welcome you back here to Ibiri Amamfrom. Okay, the weather condition here is so good. I just love it. You don't need an air condition when you are here. Okay, yes, it doesn't understand what we call summer or winter. It is always winter here. So beautiful, and I wish that I have enough money to get another plot right from here. It would have been so great. Okay, I would love to stay somewhere here because of the weather. All right, so earlier on we had challenges. Just right after our filling in of the laterite, we had wanted to proceed to do the ramping and then see we can go ahead with the oversight casting, but we were faced with lots of rains. Okay, every day, every other day. Once we schedule a date, by the time we arrive, it's rained, and once it rained, we are not able to do a compacting because the compactor needs the laterite to be dry before the compactor can run on it. So it actually gave us time to also give the laterite enough time to settle, because more rains means good news to me, because it would not actually permit me to buy more water. You understand? More rains, and we were so excited about it because it was going to allow the laterite to naturally settle down by itself. And as you can see, it all sank down. You understand? Sank down, and we have to top it up and top it up. Are you with me? Yes. Mostly we were going to use a heavy duty compactor. There are various types of compactors. Okay, so ensure that once you're doing kind of a heavy laterite compacting, you don't need a plate compactor. You need a double rollers heavy duty. Those ones you see the wheels are in a row form. It's a roller. Okay, they are one at the front and one at the back. Sometimes you only have the rollers, one vibrating, the other one is just rolling. We don't need that kind of compactor. Ensure that the compactor you get are two rollers and they are both vibrating. You understand? The compactor is the roller type and they are both vibrating. Some people will deceive you. They will tell you, oh, we're 2,000 Ghana cedis and only the front wheel is vibrating, and that is a cheat. Are you with me? Yes. Once you've had a heavy downpour on the laterite and it's settled down all by itself, then you can go for the plate compactor. Okay, the plate compactor is okay, and that is exactly what we are going to use in our compacting. So again, my brother went there, my administrator, Mr. Mauli Antonio, and then he wanted to do compacting. Again, it rained. And you can see that the laterite have actually settled down. Our ground beams and the facial boards have all been set, waiting for the completion of compacting, and then we will start with the oversight casting. Materials are ready, blocks are ready for the phase 2. Everything is set for us to go. We're only waiting for a very good day, and so we can do our compacting. So finally, we've been able to find a day and compacting came on. So we did the compacting beautifully. Okay, and as you can see, we have to do a top-up. We definitely have to do a top-up. Yeah, it is very, very important. And for me, one interesting thing I love is that it is always good to allow the laterite to settle properly. Are you with me? Yes, for it to settle properly. Buying water is also of good, but it makes the estimate, go a little bit high, because you need to buy enough water. You need to buy enough water. Okay, so those are the things that causes your estimate. Sometimes people wonder, why is the foundation so high? These are some of the factors, because we have to buy water. We can't wait. If assuming I'm building somewhere in December, I can't wait for it to rain before I finish. If that is what the client wants, then we would have to wait until the next rain comes. But since we are not working with that, it means that we have to buy water, and we need to buy enough water to pour on the laterite so it could settle properly. Once it's settled down, then we can compact it. You understand? So those are 1. 2, the cost of laterite makes your estimate goes high. Laterite varies based on location. Some are going for 1,005, 1,006, 1,004 based on the distance and the location. Now, the depth of your footings will determine the quantity of laterite. The depth of your foundation. Are you with me? Especially those who have land in a slopey areas. One portion will be up, one portion will be down. It means that that area we need to do footings beam, and also the laterite will be more. If you have your land in an area where there is clay, it means that whatever soil we find within the footings, we have to scoop them out and make sure the entire footing is empty. And then we have to pour in good laterite so it could settle properly. And that also could cause your estimate to go high, because that would need more laterite from 25 cubic tons of laterite. So let's say if one is going for 1,005 per truck, you're going to go for 25 trips, and that alone will make your estimate go high. Then we come to the DPM. DPM are going for 650, 700, depending on where you are buying it from. So usually I write 650 in my estimate. When you go to Accra, you'll get it at the same price. You understand? The big size. Now in the footings, we have to use about 2 rows in the footings, both for the grounding, the footings beams, and then on the entire trenches. And then also on the oversight, like this one, we have to lay the entire DPM on the entire surface, every corner and everywhere we have to lay the black rubber. So basically 2 or 3 rolls will go from here, you understand. And then also the chemical which is the anti-salt and the waterproof cement, you will definitely get it around 1,000 to 1,005, the big gallon, you understand. So you need to buy that one as well. That also add to the addition of the estimate. Are you with me? Yes. So those basic things that you do not consider are some of the factors that makes your estimate of the foundation very expensive. And for me, I think that is more important, because everything begins from the foundation. The mold, the dampness that we are all trying to eradicate, everything begins from the foundation. It doesn't start from the top. Are you with me? The ground beams, as you're saying, earlier on, people were not into ground beams. I think everything started from this channel. I brought everything to bear right from this channel. I brought everything, and people became aware of the ground beam. Even though some have been taught in school, they've heard about it, it has never been aired on any channel apart from this channel. Okay, apart from this channel. So ground beams, earlier on, people were not doing ground beams. So that also is another cost of iron rods. It will make your estimate go high. You understand? So that is another factor. That is another factor. Now it comes to the bitumen waterproof coating. Before, nobody was doing bitumen. Even myself, on my building, there's no bitumen. All I have is the ground beams. I don't have the DPM. When my Oversight concrete was being cast, there was no DPM. There was no bitumen. So this is something that I myself, I need to work on my property. In the future, I need to make sure that it is done now, so that I don't have any surprises in the future. So on the external, all the way into the footings, I would have to dig around the external part of the entire building, and then get to the foundation, and then do a plastering, mix it with the anti-salt and the waterproof. I need to do a plastering from underneath the foundation. I need to dig around the entire sand around my footings. I will dig around it. So this is a filler I'm giving to everybody. You understand? So dig around it, and then make sure you clear the area, and then you can see the footings. Then you mix mortar with the anti-salt chemical and waterproof, and then you do a plastering all the way up. Do a plastering all the way up. Once the plastering is dry, apply the bitumen waterproof coating around it. Once you do that, then you can fill it back with the sand. You understand? You can fill it back with the sand, and I think you'll be good to go. Are you with me? So as you're seeing right now, all these add up to increasing your foundation estimate. Look at the black rubber. This is the downproof membrane. Now, after the downproof membrane, which is being laid on top right now, after the Oversight casting, there's another one called the DPC, the downproof course. Now, sometimes I look at the course, I look at the pros and cons, and then I try to employ them. Basically, in severe areas where there's enough water, maybe there's excess water in the ground, I would definitely advise to go with a DPC. Are you with me? But some people, at all weather conditions, DPC at all costs, and I think it's not bad too. Are you with me? So in my recent estimate, DPM, DPCs are all right there for the client. Now you would decide and say, okay, I don't want the DPC, but I will let you know it is okay for you, so that tomorrow when your building is standing tall, you will remember me. You understand? Yes, it is very, very important. So this is what we have for Madam Angie. You're going to do everything accordingly, so that we eliminate the rising dampness. In the foundation, it is there. Now we're going to put it here, so it forms a barrier to stop anything from underneath the foundation, or even within the laterite to come up. We are blocking it. You understand? We are blocking it. And also applying the waterproof cement is also important, because the waterproof, the one that I'm employing right now, which is the Vitalia, it comes with the anti-salt. The salt content in water actually makes that black thing appears on the wall. You understand? It makes your wall, appear so black. Now I have one, I'm the type, I ask a lot of questions. Now we've blocked everything from underneath. What if the rain has a wind direction and is actually splashing water on the side of the wall? How do we prevent that? That is a question I'm throwing to everybody. I want some answers in the comment section. Okay, we've done everything from the bottom of the foundation. How about if the rain pour and then it splashes water on the wall? What will you do to get rid of the dampness? Because that also will cause some dampness on the wall. So let me know your thought, so we find good answers and let's see the best way forward. So we are preparing for oversight casting. The machine is ready. We have to do some top up in some areas where we feel that it was deep. We top it up a little bit and then lay the DPM, make sure all the edges are filled completely, and then we'll go ahead with our casting. Plumbing works done, ground beams done, the facial boarding is done, so we are ready for casting, and then phase 1 is complete. The next phase will be the superstructure, which is the phase 2, which you paid me for, and we're going to do that within a week. We're going to raise the entire structures. Are you with me? If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, yes, subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow. Okay, it is very, very important. Share it to a friend. Perhaps you are not needed, your friend needed to learn. We are here to teach you, to educate, to open the eyes of people, broaden your horizon. Okay, in case you want to talk to me, my email is brightantonio@outlook.com. From me to you, shalom, God bless you wherever you are.